Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. I am Bima from How to Geek, and in today's tutorial video I'm going to guide you on how you can sign up to eHarmony.com for absolutely free. So for those of you who don't know what eHarmony is an online dating platform only for serious relationships. It bombards you with lots of quiz questions which makes it really tiring for the sign up process. So in today's video I'm going to guide you on how you can easily sign up to eHarmony.com. So first, what you want to do is open your browser and head over to eHarmony.com. Wait for the page to load, and once the page loads up, you can see on the top right icon login. But since for the purpose of this video, let us assume we do not have an account, let us click on the sign up button. So on the left hand side you can see start free today. You can see the option join now, so click on join now. Here select your gender and looking for, if you're a man, click on man. If you're a woman, click on woman. Here enter your email, and you can also create a password. Make sure you choose a strong password. And once you enter your email and password, on the bottom left hand side you can also see the option sign up with Facebook. You can sign up with Facebook if you want to, but for this video I'm going to click on join now by entering my email and password manually. So once you click on join now, you can see the option welcome to our compatibility quiz. Thank you for registering. You've just completed the first step on your journey to a relationship. So that's really awesome. Click on the white button which says continue. And it goes again. The next step, our compatibility matching system. You're learning more about your matches, discover more about yourself too. The eHarmony compatibility matching system works with the personal quiz results to give you a personality profile. The profile is the basis for your matches and gives you insight into your own preferences and personality. So click on continue again. Here, eHarmony gives you a tip in which our tips for getting the best results. Take about 20 minutes to complete the compatibility quiz in pace and quiet. Answer spontaneously and honestly. There are no right or wrong answers here. After you finish, we'll show you your most compatible matches based on your quiz results. So click on continue. Regardless of where you live, where would you most like to live? So select, you have options. You have 5 different options which say in a large city, in a suburb, in a small quiet town, in a rural area. It doesn't matter where we live as long as I can do a lot of traveling. So select the option which you think is best suitable for you. As for me, I want many facilities, so I would prefer the first option which is in a large city. You don't necessarily need to choose the which I choose. You can choose your own option. So once you choose your option, click on continue. The second question goes, in addition to love and affection, what are your main reasons for wanting a relationship? So, life is easier with a partner, emotional security, having a partner I can trust, frequent intimacy. I want someone to spend my free time with, so I'm not alone, or security. Now for me, actually none of these options sound relevant because I don't think these are the reasons why you should be seeking a relationship. But for the simple purpose of signing up, simply answer your question. For example, you can see the option, you can select up to 3 answers. But I don't think I should necessarily select 3 answers because I don't see any option here which I think is suitable for me. So let's just go with the third option, which I can say is having a partner I can trust, and then click on continue. Here you can select your ideal partner's appearance. It will ask you your ideal partner should look good with me, share my interests, or be adorable to me. So you can select any of the reason above. I'm simply going to go with the third option because my partner doesn't necessarily need to share my interest or look good with me, but at least she should be adorable to me. What is most likely to make you interested in someone? Exactly 2 answers required, which is their career, financial security, health and fitness, warm-heartedness, and appearance. I'm going to select their career and their warm-heartedness, and then click on continue again. Let's say you and your partner have been invited to a friend's wedding. As you get ready for the party, which thoughts are you most likely to be thinking? Are we going to look good together? Have we bought the right gift? Will there be too many people I don't know? I noticed that I don't really like dressing up. So you can select the option which you think is best suitable for you. As for me, I usually think the first option, which is, are we going to look good together? So simply you can select your own option as well and then click on continue. Why do you think you're single? I have very high expectations of the person I might spend the rest of my life with. I wasn't ready before now. I'm too shy to meet people. I haven't had the time to date. I just don't socialize much. So really be honest and answer all of these questions, because this website is going to match you up with similar answers of what you think the other person also has. So for me, I think why I haven't been dating, or as for you, why you haven't been dating, you can simply say, I just don't socialize much, I'm too shy to meet people, or you haven't really had the time to date. So be honest with your answer. I'm going to be honest with mine. So I'm going to click the third option and then click on continue. If you find a book or article particularly interesting, do you want your partner to read it as well? Actually, yes. If I find a book or article interesting, I also want the other person to read it, so that he or she can actually think of things which I thought of while reading the book. So I'm going to simply click the first option, which says, yes, I like sharing my interest with my partner. Suppose you lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with your partner, what would the sleeping arrangement be? We'd definitely share one, but you don't need to read the other option, right? So click and continue. How do you react to love sickness? I don't enjoy my food anymore, I eat more, or neither. I'm going to select neither, because What do you think about cheating in a relationship? Cheating is never okay. It's important to try to be faithful. Being true to your heart is much more important than physical fidelity. Flings occasionally happen in relationships. To demand absolute fidelity is positive thinking. Actually, I agree with the fourth option, because it's a human art. It can fluctuate. It can flings occasionally happen in relationships, and the last option, to demand absolute fidelity, is actually very, very positive thinking. So I think I'm going to go with the fourth option here, and then click on continue. Which statement best represents your ideal wedding? Some kind of ceremony or event, maybe at a church or venue. Going to a co-house will be sufficient for me. I'm okay with what my partner wants to do. I haven't thought about it at all, so I'm going to select the last option and then click on continue. You've completed 15%. So we've finally reached the 15% of our quiz. So take a break and then click on continue if you want to. You can pause this video, take a break, drink some coffee, and then come back again and then click on continue. Now we're going to ask you some questions about your preferences and interests. This is how our compatibility matching system finds your most compatible matches. So click on continue. What do you want your partner to like about you? Up to 5 answers possible. The first option was cheerful, humorous, uncomplicated, natural, honest, serious, adaptable, empathetic, affectionate, spirited, reserved, frugal, domestic, nature-loving, optimistic, sporty, capable, fond of children, self-disciplined, attractive, warm-hearted, educated, ethical, well-mannered, thoughtful, independent, tolerant, spontaneous, self-assured, imaginative, career-driven, reliable, calm, and understanding. So I think all of these qualities are really, really good traits. So what I want her to like about me is actually you can select any of the 5 options. So I'm going to click on self-discipline, and then independent, and then career-driven, not frugal, really, be empathetic, serious, and you can go ahead and click and continue. Which of the following do your friends and family think about you? Always up for anything, always optimistic, thinks a lot and seriously about life. I'm going to check this one right now. Always happy and in a good mood, is a bit of a daydreamer, deals with problem in an objective and thoughtful manner, always finds a good solution for himself even in unpleasant situations, calm and level-headed, actively participates in anything. So you can go ahead and select the option which you actually think is suitable for you. I have selected mine, so I'm going to click and continue again. What do you think is most important in a relationship? Giving each other a lot of space, considering each other in what you want, not examining everything in depth, making life easier and peaceful for one another, accepting our imperfections, always trying new things and sticking to a routine, I think I'm going to select the second option and the fifth option and then click and continue. Imagine your family and friends. Which of the following reactions about your choice of partner would you value the most? My family's approval of my choice of partner, my friends being pleased about my choice of partner, I don't really care what my family or friends think about my choice of partner, my partner's family liking me. So what I think I'm going to go with the third option over here, because I don't really think you should decide your partner based on someone's opinions, and you should really examine on their own and make your own independent decisions. So that she shouldn't really care what her family or friends think about her choice of partner, which is going to be me. So click and continue. Do you drink alcohol? Actually, never. Do you smoke? No. And then click and continue. What do you like to do in your free time? Of course, reading, pursuing my hobbies, listening to music. I think these are the three things which I do pretty much. There are nothing more in these options which I do when I'm bored or in my free time. So I'm going to click and continue. Where do you like to spend your free time? Of course, at my house or visiting friends. I wish there wasn't visiting friends, only at my house. So, but since these two come together, so there's no really an option. How much do you like to cook? I'm always cooking and trying new recipes. Well, not really. I only cook. No. I only cook if I have to. I like to cook. I only eat out. Actually, I'm always cooking. So yeah, click on continue. What kinds of hobbies do you have? So select your hobbies. Mine is, of course, music. And then actually there aren't a lot of things over here which I like doing. So I'm just going to click on none. And then click on continue. What kind of sports or activities do you do? Tennis, badminton, and you can select anything, of course, even jogging or yoga, fitness, and you can select any of the above and then click on next, continue. How often do you work out or play sports? Actually, not very often, so yeah, continue. What type of music do you like? So I like listening to folk. Sometimes I like listening to chill out and classical music. I think these two are my favorite genre. So do you play an instrument? Yes, I do. So click on next. What kinds of vacations do you like to take? Beach vacation, sports activity, meditation, educational tour. I'm going to select meditation. Vacations or city trips or vacations for pure no. I like going camping. So yeah, you can also select group travel and then click and continue. How do you plan your vacations? As little as possible. I prefer to pack and go. I plan them far in advance and schedule everything. Of course, I think the second option is the best for me. I arrange the destination and dates, but I'll leave the rest to the moment. Well, not really. So I'm going to click and continue. Do you enjoy taking long walks? Actually, yes, but of course there are limits. What's your approach to planning things? I'm very systematic. I just let things work themselves. I have to be in the right mood to plan things. Actually, I'm kind of moody, so you have to be planning things. I need to be in the right mood and then click on continue. Do you feel more at ease at home than when you're out in a large gathering? I feel ease when I'm actually alone at home. What is the ideal temperature for your house? Comfortably warm or a bit cooler? Actually, I prefer cooler. I don't really like warm temperatures much, so you can select your own options in this. I'm simply going to select a cooler degree. So click and continue. Do you sleep with the window open? Yeah, always actually. No. I don't really mind if the window is closed, but I don't really want the window to be fully open as well, as long as there is something in the middle that is only letting the air come inside and not really other things. So are you a morning person or a night person? I am actually a night owl. I'm more creative at night, I feel, when I'm journaling or doing any other things. So yeah, click on continue after you select your own option, or you could be a morning person as well. So select your morning person if you are. I'm simply going to select the second one. So click on continue. Nice work, you're over 40% done. 40%, guys. After all of these questions, we're not even halfway through. Our compatibility matching system is already beginning to find compatible matches for you, so go ahead and click and continue. Actually, these questions are actually really interesting. In the next section, we will ask you to spontaneously pick out the photo that most appeals to you. Just follow your intuition and then click and continue. In the next section, we'll ask you to pick a photo that appeals to you. Don't think about it too long. You want to see your first reaction, so I'm going to click on this. Look at the different images. Which do you like? Of course, this. Which arrangement appeals to you the most? This, of course. Which image do you find more attractive? Well, this looks really mathematical to me, so I'm simply going to select the right side. Don't think about it for too long. Choose a shape. I don't know what does this have to do with finding a partner. Which of these two elements do you prefer? Of course, the right side one. Which movement can you empathize with better? Of course, this looks easy, so I'm going to go with this. Which image do you prefer? Oh, this is quite tricky. This looks like a rose and this looks like a puzzle, so I'm simply going to click on the rose. Get a sense of different movement durations. Choose one of them. I'm going to click on left. Which one do you prefer? Of course, no, this looks really spinny, so I'm simply going to select the simple one. Which do you prefer? I don't know. I think these questions are actually really dumb. So halfway there, keep it up. Okay, let's click on continue. We're almost halfway through, 50% complete. So let's take a break for a while, and then you can come back, pause this video, come back and play it again, and then you can click on continue. Now we'll ask you about your everyday habits and outlook. Be sure to answer honestly. We want to make sure we're matching with people who will compliment you the most. So go ahead and click on continue. Are you easily excited about things? Actually, very. I overreact sometimes. So if you like a song, what is the user region? Actually, melody and rhythm. Actually both, but I can't select both, so I'm simply going to click on melody and click on continue. Which instruments do you like the most? Of course, I like the keyboard or the piano sounds. Regardless of current trends, is the style and color of the clothing mostly reasonably bold and extravagant? Actually, I like to differentiate myself from the crowd, so I always put on something extra. Sometimes people say that I'm overdressed for the occasion, but that doesn't really matter because that is my way of standing out. So click and continue. You should be honest with yourself, guys. Just give your honest answer. Which of these houses appeal most to you? I think the middle one, the left side one, looks too big and extravagant, and the right side ones look too modern and too western. The middle looks simple, nice and cute and good, so I'm going to go with the middle one. Which of the following flowers do you like most? Actually, all of these look appealing. Rose has become very common. I don't know what this flower is, but the middle flower looks really unique because of the color. So I'm going to click the middle one, obviously. Do you normally turn on music or the television when you're home alone? Yes, I do. Actually, does it bother when people use a cell phone around me? Actually, I can't stand people using cell phone around me. But it does bother me, but it's so common, I just have to deal with it. So yeah, so click and continue. How do you prefer to dress? Casually, practically, sporty, practically, elegantly, fashion appropriate to the occasion, uniquely, and conventional? Actually, I like to dress formal, so I'm simply going to click on elegantly. I don't really wear casual dress such as jeans. I'm always on my, formal pants, shirts, and shoes. So I'm going to click elegantly. So and then once you enter your fashion choice, go ahead and click and continue. Put yourself in the following situation. Imagine that you've slipped on a banana peel lying on the ground. You are not injured, but people have stopped to look and someone is trying to help you out. What is your first reaction? Okay, I can't believe there are people who are inconsiderate enough to drop banana skins on the pavement route. Well, that has been removed from the option for me. I'll get up, pick up the banana skin and throw it into the trash can so no one else suffers. Like, I didn't know, I don't really do that as well. Ouch, that was close. No. I played casual. I'm embarrassed. I can't believe I've drawn this much attention to myself. This sounds practical. While I'm sitting on the ground and looking up at the people around me, I say, what a disaster. I could make a real performance of this. No, not really. I get off the ground and say it's no big deal and carry on walking. Yeah, I mean, that's the least you can do, right? When you fall in front of everybody and you humiliate yourself, you need to get off the ground and say it's not a big deal, because if you think about it too much, if you overemphasize about it, you're only going to get more depressed. And you live in an apartment building, your doorbell rings in the middle of the night, a voice you don't recognize on the intercom asks if your neighbor Mr. Jones is there. What would you say? Wrong apartment, try again. You've woken me up in the middle of the night for that and hang up. Nothing, I pull my covers and go back to sleep. No, are you crazy? It's the middle of the night. If you're with friends, you should let him sleep. I think something might have happened. I try to find out what they want from him. Obviously, no, this is the Jones friend, but I know the nameplates are hard to read, so click and continue. Imagine a friend of yours has bought a really expensive car, one that's way more expensive than they can afford. It's also the car you've always dreamed of having. You shouldn't live beyond your means when you grow up. I'm not really going to say that to my friend. What an amazing car. I'm so jealous. I think it's great that you treat yourself. I'm going to leave this in the option. It's so nice. I'd be scared to park it in case it gets scratched. No, no, no. Once you've driven the car off the lot, it loses half its value. Not really this. It's so amazing. Let's go for a ride. Yeah, baby, let's go for a ride. You should let me drive it. I should know how to. No, no, no. I think it's so amazing. Let's go for a drive together with your friend. It's a very practical option over here. So click and continue once you select your option. You and a friend are annoyed about another person's behavior. Your friend suggests you should get back to them. I have to think twice about that. What goes around comes around. I don't want to get involved. It's not a big deal. We'll probably look back at what happened in a while and laugh. That's a terrible idea. Absolutely not. It might be kind of fun ignoring that person's usually not like that. So go ahead and click and continue. What is your immediate reaction if a person you're very close to does something that upsets you? I'll let them know right away that they upset me. No, I'm not really straightforward. I try to remain calm and fine and whatever. No, I don't really give in much attention to the issue. I don't really care what happened. I think, why does this always happen to me? No, I don't really victimize myself. I smile and pretend nothing's wrong. Yeah, I think the last option is the best one. So go ahead and click continue. Sometimes people hurt you. How do you react? I tell myself they didn't mean it. I know I'll find a way to deal with it. I hold a grudge for a while. I want to retaliate right away. I don't think the option which I want is actually here, because sometimes when people hurt me, it's not really intentional. And sometimes, I've just become very numb to things. So I don't think the option which I want is really over here. So I'm just going to go with the first option, or the second one. Actually, I know I'll find a way to deal with it. And then go ahead and click and continue. If someone contradicts you when you know that you are right, how do you usually react? I get annoyed about their know-it-all attitude, but don't say anything. It doesn't matter, being right isn't important to me. I try to argue my point. I have to find a way to convince them that I'm right. I think you are only wasting your energy if you try to convince the other person that you're right. And if you try to argue, only foolish people argue. Don't argue with someone who doesn't accept their flaws. It doesn't matter, being right isn't important to me. No, you should be right in some case. You should hold an opinion for yourself and respect yourself. I get annoyed about the know-it-all attitude, but don't say anything. I think the first option is definitely the best one. So once you do that, go ahead and click and continue. Imagine you're at a party with your partner and you notice that they are flirting with someone else. I try to stop it. I don't say anything and keep my frustration inside. I go and flirt with someone else too. No big deal. I know it doesn't mean anything. Well, actually, it depends. If you're already too deep in a relationship and you actually trust her, then you can simply say no big deal. I know it doesn't mean anything. But if you're still insecure and you want to teach her a lesson, then you go and flirt with someone else. But if you're a very quiet person, you try to suffer, then you don't say anything and keep my frustration inside, and then I try to stop it. This really depends upon the situation and about the depth of the relationship you're currently at. So I don't think choosing any option would be of any meaning right now. But for the sake of this video, I'm simply going to select no big deal. I know it doesn't mean anything, because what can you do if the other person is flirting? Let them flirt, man. So on the right hand side, go and click and continue. What do you think about climate change, conservation, renewable energy, etc.? With all of our advanced technology, we really should come up with something that can help. We must learn how to take care better of the planet. I'd prefer to ignore what's happening. It's too horrible. Well, actually, I also do think that we should take care of our planet, but I don't really give much attention to it. So I'm just going to select the last option. I prefer to ignore what's happening. It's so horrible. Just be honest, guys. Just be honest with your answer. You don't have to be the Mr. Nice Guy and select all the good answers. Be honest with yourself. Be honest in a relationship, and be honest with your girl or your guy. So click and continue. You're almost there. Your hand selected matches are waiting. So go ahead and click and continue. The background looks really, really nice and promising. So yeah, let's click and continue. The concluding questions help us put together the best possible selection of matches, so go ahead and click and continue. Do you like your physical appearance? Yes, on the whole, yes, it depends. I'm sometimes unhappy about it. Let's be honest, guys. There must be something in your body that you're insecure about and you can't really change that, so sometimes I'm simply just unhappy about it. Do you believe that people are inherently good? I do believe that despite everything, people are still good at heart. So absolutely. I want to, sometimes it's hard to believe, it just depends on the situation. So I'm going to just simply click on absolutely and then click on next. How important is sexuality to you? Very important, not very important, not particularly important, or not important. I'm going to go with the third option, not particularly important. What do you think about marriage as an institution? If two people really love each other, they should get married? No. Anyone wanting to start a family should get married? No. Marriage as an institution is completely unnecessary? No. I think marriage is more than love. It's a commitment to share lives, share your life with someone else. Instead of, I think love is secondary. What comes first is respect, and I don't see the option over here. I think respect is really important in a relationship, because love can eventually happen, because something is going to sparkle when they live together for a long time and something can really ignite their feelings. But respect is hard to own, so if they respect each other, then they can love each other. If they love each other, they may or may not respect each other. But for the sake of this video, as I always say, if two people really love each other, they should get married? Not at all. Anyone wanting to start a family should get married? Not at all. Marriage as an institution is completely necessary. I don't want to select any of the options, but since I can't do that, I simply need to select, so I'm going to select my randomly, that's option number 1, and then click on continue. Is it important that your belongings are always organized properly? Yes, definitely. I don't like hairway situations where one of my sock is on the other end, my pants on the other, my shirts on the other side, my hangers hanging just like that, and I can't really stand that, so I want everything organized. And yes, definitely, why not? What do you think about going out to expensive restaurants? I highly value good cuisine no matter the price. I'd rather eat at casual places. Food isn't worth that much. All that's important to me is eating healthy. Actually, not really. You should sometimes go to expensive restaurants and give your partner a nice date sometimes, but not really often, because you're going to waste a lot of money in this. So you should really consider what is important to you and what is not. Going to expensive restaurants is nice, but you also need to consider what kind of financial situation you are at. So you can select the second option. I'd rather eat at casual places. Food isn't worth that much. It's not really about money, it's about the time and the memory you have together with each other. So all that's important to me is healthy. No, even this option I want to select is not here, so I'm simply going to select the second option randomly and then click on continue. Are regular meal times important to you? I eat regularly, and as I eat whenever I'm hungry. Actually, I do think eating regularly is important, but I don't do that. I don't follow my own advice. I don't practice my advice, and it's not really that I eat whenever I'm really hungry. I eat when there's food around me, when there's just anything, I just grab whenever I want to grab something. So I'm simply going to select I eat regularly and at set times. Does sex sell? What do you think of ads that use sex to promote their products? Sometimes tasteless. I think it's kind of fun. I'm not impressed. Actually, to be really honest, guys, I think that intercourse is actually a power to create life, create someone like you on this planet, and wasting it away and advertising about it, and then just exaggerating your hormones. I think it's not really a good idea, but still it's kind of fun. God has created us this way, we have been created this way, so let's just be honest and then click on it's kind of fun, and then just click and continue. When you first start dating someone, what bothers you the most about those who are close to them? When their dad is really overbearing, when their mom is overprotective of them, if their old friends have too much influence on their behavior, if they are frequently in a bad mood, my partner's friends that are weird and unstable. Actually, I want to select all of it, but I can't really do that. So my partner's friends that are weird and unstable, I'm simply going to click on. If they are frequently in a bad mood, then I'll know what the problem is. So I'm just simply going to select the second last option and then click on continue. What values the most to you? Choose no more than 2 statements. Okay, true friendship, love, peace and happiness, and a successful career. I don't really care about respect as long as I have a successful career and peace and happiness and so I'm going to go ahead and click and continue. Which mantra do you live by? Work hard, play hard. You should work hard, but definitely not play hard. Give chance to everybody. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Not really. Live and let live. Yes. Click on the last option as I want to. What do you want more than anything right now? To be successful at work, to meet nice, interesting people, to make new friends, to find a love, to find someone I can spend the rest of my life with, to make a brand new start, to build a safe and secure relationship. I'm simply going to select the first option, which is to be successful at work, because I don't think relationship is a priority right now. So I'm simply going to select to be successful at work, and then go ahead and click and continue. Congratulations, you have completed the compatibility quiz. Now you have successfully completed compatibility quiz, guys. So go ahead and click and continue if you want to. You can see that your personality profile will be ready in just a few minutes. To help us put together your matches, we need just a few last pieces of information. So go ahead and click and continue. Now this is the time to enter your details, guys. So go ahead and enter your details. The questions will belong next to it will be only for account purposes and won't be visible to other users. So go ahead and enter your name. On the last name, select your birthday. We don't really necessary, but just be honest and select your birthday. You can select your occupation. You can simply write, self-employed if you don't want to describe it. Your height is I'm actually 5'7", so I'm going to do that. Marital status single, not really married. Education level, university, college degrees. Annual income, just be honest, guys, up to $20,000. Well, not really in our country, so I'm simply going to select the second option. Do you have children? Obviously no. Where do you live? Go ahead and select your country. I think the country I live is not really here, so that's a very limited option. So I'm simply going to select United States. I don't really know the zip code. You could enter the zip code or choose your religion, ethnicity. How did you find out about us? Through referral, of course. Go ahead and click on continue once you do that, and give your profile a face. Set the current portrait as your first profile photo. Your photos will be visible for our premium members while they appear blurred to some basic members. So drag a photo whichever you want to. I'm going to simply select upload later, but if you want to, you can click on select photo, go to your gallery and select it. I don't really have my photos on my Windows, so I'm going to upload them later through my phone. With a photo, you will have 4 times more contact requests. Make the most of this opportunity to be successful on eHarmony. Simply select a photo if you want to, but I'm going to click upload later. But I do recommend you go and upload a photo, or for whatever reasons, there's a high chance that you're going to get a date if you do that. So click on upload later. Choose a question that you'd like to answer. I have a passion for music, books, and career. Choose a question which you'd like to answer the most. The first thing, I spend my free time reading, playing music, and working again. Tell us a little about you. Describe yourself, what you're looking for in a relationship or your art. So you could simply type in everything. How would your friends describe you? Tell a little about yourself. I'm going to simply click on example. I'm simply going to I'm only writing this for the sake of this video. I don't really need this account, so yeah, go ahead and click on let's start. As you can see, your account has been successfully created, and there's a pop notification here which I don't really give much attention to. Once you sign up, you can see your profile on the right hand side. To edit it, you can click on edit profile, and you can see dating advice. You can see your matches, you can see your messages, and many other things. So currently these are all blur. You're not going to get the full face unless you sign up for a premium account. Well, so this was how you can sign up for eHarmony.com. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was a long video, but thanks for sticking by. If you did watch through till the end, thank you so much for watching till the end. Do give a like, comment, and subscribe, because I will bring you more awesome videos like this one on our channel, or maybe even better than this. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in our next video.